Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the COVID jungle. We had COVID, but COVID never had us.
That's right.
This is Marty and Cheryl Turner, Master Coordinators and Global Ambassadors with the Shaklee Corporation. We appreciate you guys being here, and let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So first thing I want to talk a little bit about is what Cheryl's going to talk about.
All these variants, and there's a lot of different things coming up. They're talking about the mu now, or mu, whatever they're saying, and the
It's
Delta
just,
are the hot ones.
Mutation.
Yeah, but that's not what that stands for.
Well,
it's being monitored.
Mutation have been emerging since the pandemic began.
It said mutations, plural.
Yeah, but MU is short for mutation.
No, darling, it's not. And we're renaming the Delta variant for us because we think that's where Marty got it. But it's twice as contagious as previous variants. I'm not going to go through all of this. You can freeze it later and read everything. But every one of these variants are classified because of the number of mutations they have around the virus itself and around that spike protein, which is what it uses to break into our cells and cause the infection. And with the Delta variant, the vaccines are still able to connect and neutralize it at a pretty high level to prevent hospitalizations and severe infections.
So there you go, mutations. Let's talk a little bit about that. And I love the fact that you gave the Delta variant is because I believe I contracted it on Delta Airlines, which is not.
That's not what they say, but it was for us. And what they're looking at is to see which one of these variants really cause significant disease and have increased transmission, like Delta. But again, Delta has a 0.0007 mortality rate. So, it's not like cancer or something like that. And they're recording everything. They're keeping a close eye on it, like the new one, the mu, although the mu doesn't have hardly any power. So I think that's going to happen more and more with these variants, that they're going to lose their power.
We got to come up with a better name than mu.
We didn't do that.
It's like a cow thing.
That's the CDC. That's not us. And it's not just mu. There's a way to do that. And I know how, but I'm not going to do it on our call. Okay. I know how to call cattle. But anyway, the vaccination is continuing to be the most important step. Marty and I, though, we're not good candidates for the vaccination, and a lot of people aren't. And some people just don't want to take it. Again, if they're not in contact with anybody and with a 0.0007 mortality rate, and like for children, it has like a 1,000th of the percentage of the mortality rate. So again, there's just a lot of things going on right now. And it's all over the world. It's not just in the US, but there's a lot of politicians playing into this. There's a lot of big pharma money running this. And Marty and I knew, though, that COVID was serious. And why don't you tell them where you think you got it?
Sure. Well, so I was at an event in Texas and probably exposed to COVID at that event. But the biggest thing was, the fact that they put me next to a pilot returning to Minneapolis who was coughing and sneezing
the whole way
in his mask, but nonetheless, the entire flight.
His worthless mask.
So that was not really that fun to be able to be, I thought I was going to be on the center, or the aisle, and no one, in that center seat. Well, that changed everything. And so more of a curse than a blessing, to be honest, because we're one of those types of people that says, hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
And it did.
And the fact that we have the antibodies now that could last, especially with the Delta variant, 18 months, far greater than even a COVID shot.
Too bad the politicians don't count them. Maybe they will later.
So we scheduled a COVID test. When I returned on Friday, started feeling symptoms on Saturday.
And the soonest we could get in was the next Thursday.
And started really getting bad on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we knew we needed to get in, but we weren't able to get in until Thursday. Both being positive, unfortunately. Obviously we're in pretty close proximity the whole time in our world.
Yeah.
Cheryl didn't really have any symptoms yet,
no,
but
I could see his, so I knew they were coming.
That all changed. So at least we had that heads up. We got prepared with
I could do some prep work. I made a big pot of chicken soup, and I filtered a bunch of water, and I wish I would have done more with the water. I wish I would have mixed water with Performance and had that in a big jug in the fridge.
That would have been the one thing that, if there's any one simple thing you can do, is overly hydrate. You can never drink enough fluids going through this battle.
Yep. And here's some of the symptoms that we had: fever, dizzy, tired, joint pain, nausea, breathing difficulties, passing out. That was Marty. Oh, I've got that in there twice. Chest pain, dry cough, sore throat. Yeah, he only did it once. I took him to the hospital. Headache, loss of words for me. I started losing words, and that really scared me when I couldn't think of simple words. And I started taking mental acuity, even though I didn't want to take extra nutrition. I needed my brain. I also had some headaches. We had loss of taste and smell. I had a tiny little rash. It was like 5 different bumps. It was like a little constellation.
Yeah, I had that too, kind of itchy.
And they're all healed now. They're like little scars. We'll see how long they last. Yeah. And we both had thrush, which was something I didn't know was a symptom of COVID. Yeah. And again, I had just given Marty his shake, and it was in a glass bigger than this. And he was in the bedroom, and all of a sudden his hand started shaking. The shake is going all over the bedroom, and he falls back on the bed with his eyes open. I rushed into my office because this is where the landline is. I didn't want to explain.
But you also rolled me over on my side.
I rolled him over on his side to get him off that.
And then as she went into the...
Then I came in and dialed 911 on the landline.
But at that point, I had already slid then off the bed onto the floor. And I felt great. I was looking up at the ceiling. I'm like, hey, I can hear you talking in there, sweetie. I'm fine. Everything's good.
So I'm telling 911, okay, he says he's fine. I'll call you back if we need you. Otherwise, I'm taking him in.
So that was really a little bit of a scary moment, obviously, for her.
I was terrified.
I had no idea what was going on. So the fact of the matter of probably the biggest thing that affected me was that I had an onset AFib situation, or an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah. And by now I had symptoms, so I wasn't that strong. So I was just doing everything I could do.
Right. So that, again, was very scary for her. I felt great, but I found out later, after 2 hours of waiting in the emergency room, finally having a chance to see a doctor, realizing there was really nothing they were willing or able to do for me.
Right.
They did get me hydrated and put me on fluids with an IV drip. But then before I left, I did have another AFib episode, which was great.
And it was caused by COVID.
Because then they could give me a small dose of, I forgot.
Blood pressure stuff.
Yeah, it's blood pressure stuff that I take twice a day.
We don't do a lot of meds.
And the fact of the matter is that that's probably been the scariest thing. I didn't really have the chest pains that Cheryl did, but, or the shortness of breath. But the fact of the matter is that it was a little bit of an issue. Why are you doing that?
I thought I had to.
No, you don't. So sorry, guys. Cheryl's deciding she's going to do some things right in the middle and confuse me. And
sorry.
So long story short is then they gave me it intravenously, the same drug that they gave me that I still have that I take. Yep. And then that got it back into check literally within 4, 5, 6 minutes. So then they were relieved. They checked again before I left. And that was kind of their biggest scare, I think.
Yeah. And they let me stay with him for a while. And then she said, technically, I can't let you stay here, because she knew I had COVID also. Yeah. And so then I went out in my car, and then I decided, well, I got a big mess in the bedroom to clean up. So I came home and started washing the comforter and cleaning up what I could. Again, I was very weak, and I got very dizzy easy. So, I mean, this COVID is everywhere, you guys. Who knows? It's not as easy to contract as they used to say it was. Like Marty used to come home from being out in the world, and he'd change his clothes in the laundry room. This
was in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, everybody did. Wash the groceries. You don't have to do any of that. But there are some things we can do. Number one is pray and exhale.
Yes.
And let your body help itself. Get more sleep and build a community. If you don't have one now, you need a COVID buddy. If you don't have one, just in case there's anything that you need.
We'll check in on you to help you out. Sure.
Or find somebody who has Instacart, if you don't have it, where you can order groceries delivered to your home, because that was huge. Eat healthy, manage stress, supplement is huge. Again, we really feel it played a huge part in our war. And ask for prayer. Don't be afraid to do that. Be bold. And see good health. I always remember that movie, Miss Congeniality, where that funny guy says, see the crown, be the crown. Right. And I've always done that. Marty can tell I'm really sick when I'm going around saying, I feel great.
And I love the fact that we can be bold, and great and mighty forces will come to our aid.
That's right. Claim that good health, conserve your energy, and lay on your stomach as much as you can, and turn off the fear generator, the TV. and keep your body, your mind, and your spirit away from all the crap that's on television and all the other media today.
Yeah. Okay, so is this me?
Mm-hmm.
So we always talk about, preparation and planning. We talk about prevention. That's what we're all about as a company. That's what we've always been about as far as our philosophy. So the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago to have a mature tree, for instance, that will produce fruit like our apple trees.
Looks like our apple trees.
The second best time is now, to do something now, to take advantage of the incredible products that are available, to strengthen yourself for whatever it is. It could be cold and flu season. It could be COVID. It could be whatever it is. We all need to have a stronger and a balanced immune system.
Yeah, it's the same with your immune system. The second best time is now, if you haven't already started building it.
That's right. Absolutely.
And some of the food that'll help you, I'm not going to read all of these. I'll just maybe talk about one. In the top middle column, chocolate. And, and it really does help build your immune system. Of course, we need that diet with a variety of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, other plant foods, minerals, vitamins, and phytochemicals. But it's nice to know that cocoa and extracts of cocoa might positively affect various aspects of your immune system as well.
Dark chocolate,
especially dark. That's right. Yeah, we love those.
So don't we have coconut?
Then you have the coconut and the dark chocolate. Yeah, and you should have as little sugar and fat as you can, though. But there's a lot of studies on cocoa, so I thought it was fun to include that. And then there's some things that we shouldn't be eating as much of. We should limit alcohol. Shouldn't be eating that processed meat, sausage, ham, hot dogs, bacon, salami, or red meat, beef, pork, lamb. Marty and I have cut down on a lot of this anyway.
Most of the stuff would be like part of the Kevorkian 10.
Yeah, right.
Top 10 things that will kill you early.
And the sugar sweetened drinks and even unsweetened drinks like diet sodas are not good for us. And a lot of us grow up eating food that might be okay to eat, but they're not the best for us.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about it is, going through COVID, not only did we lose or
like 10, 12 pounds each.
Release, I think 15 for me total.
Okay, probably 12 for me or 13.
But here's the cool thing about it is that we didn't crave the sugar. We always like to have a little bit of a little chocolate something, but I didn't care for sweets at all.
Me either.
We definitely avoided the red meat and just had our soup, and we maybe had some pears and crackers and cheese, but we definitely weren't doing any of the processed stuff, and obviously we weren't drinking any alcohol.
Yeah,
I don't drink.
I lost 12 or 13 pounds, but I did find 3 of that, which I'm okay with. I'm sure a lot of that was the water weight stuff, but I may have broken my sugar addiction, and I've had a sugar addiction most of my life. So even though now my taste is back, I don't need what I used to have to snack on before.
Awesome.
So the food that we took during the worst of the times when we could barely move. I mean, I would have to go out to the kitchen to make our shake, and we have a big Ninja, so I could make for 2 days. I could do 4 shakes in that. But I would get everything ready, and I'd have to go lay down in the living room and so I wasn't dizzy again. One day I didn't, and I hit my head, and it was like I was walking through a fun house because I had no energy at all.
Wow.
And so our breakfast shake isn't just a shake. We have, and we also drank lots of water. I'm going to get into what's in the shake in a minute, but we drank lots of water with the Triple Defense Boost, which has C, D, zinc, a lot of plant-based adaptogens, elderberry, and more. It defends your immune system with ingredients shown to boost natural killer cell activity by 3 times and critical immune cells by 5.8. You guys, that's huge. We ate a lot of cheese and crackers, pears,
apples,
a lot of chicken noodle soup. Like I said, I had made a big pot before, and then when that ran out, I tried to buy it, and everybody was out. I tried Costco and Trader Joe's and a lot of these different places. They were all out. So then I bought a stir fry with rice, and then I added scrambled eggs to it. It was
really good. It had nice chicken chunks.
Yeah.
And we had that a couple nights. That was good.
Yep. And that was when I could move a little bit better. The other nights we had the chicken noodle soup. I broke down and bought a couple cans of Progresso. But again, we have Instacart, so I could have things delivered.
Yep.
And then we drank our water at night with our Vitalized Immunity, which I'm drinking right now, which Marty and I started doing. Cheers, baby.
To good health.
We started doing that a year and a half ago.
Oh, easy.
When it first came out, every night we'd split a Vitalized Immunity. So we'd split one between our 2 drinks, and we'd have that every night. And never dreaming that we'd ever get COVID, but it's nice to know that we were building that immune system. And then we would just keep trying to drink a lot of water at night. And then there was some nutrition that we took that was bare minimum. And now, Marty, you might have more nutrition than I have in here.
Well, the other thing you want to do is ask the person who shared this with you to find out a little bit more about Meology, our health survey,
right.
For personalized nutrition. This program is designed specifically for you. And so Cheryl, talk a little bit about some of the products that you.
Yeah, the things that we absolutely took every day. I don't care how nauseous I was.
Life Shake.
And we did.
Strip and a shake.
Yeah, we did the Life Strips, this little tiny strip that you see on your screen there too. And we did liver detox because we knew COVID was toxic and there was a lot of it in our systems. And then we did our Life Shake. And when we do our Life Shake, we mix it with Physique, which is our muscle builder, Organic Greens Booster, which one little teeny tiny scoop that looks like a teaspoon or less is equals to a cup of raw, organic, nutrient-rich green vegetables. Pretty good, including kale, spinach, and broccoli.
Yeah.
And then Collagen 9, our new collagen product, which you guys, we only got on it like 3-4 weeks ago, and we can already tell a difference. And we didn't expect to see a difference because we were already taking such good protein. But anyway, and then we do our Life Shake protein. And the collagen has 10 grams of collagen. It's a powerful combo of biotin and vitamin C. So again, more vitamin C. And we also did other nutrition that I'll list in a minute. We have it like 3/4 water, 1/4 almond milk, and then we add frozen strawberries and bananas and ice. So that is our breakfast. And I made that every day, no matter how sick I was.
And wherever we are, we could be at the Four Seasons with a wonderful,
Shaklee letting us have carte blanche.
With a wonderful full breakfast, or on a cruise ship, and we'll still take our Life Shake to start our day right, to get our blood sugar balanced, to give us the good nutrition. And then we can snack on some things for a late breakfast or an early lunch, and then a sensible
And I'm not
dinner.
going to go over all these, but there's one product I do want to mention, give honorable mention to it, and that's Vivix, which is included in the daily strip. But we both buy a package called RX for a Healthier Life. And when you buy that package, you can have any item you want for only $10. So we choose an extra bottle of Vivix.
Yeah, baby.
I keep mine right here. I actually had 2 of these on our headboard. So he could have one because I didn't want any more of his germs. And I could have one. And we each would take a little sip of the Vivix.
Yep,
2-3 times a day even. Yeah, because I didn't take big swigs because it was hard to keep stuff down. But this product is
teaspoon.
Yeah, 10 times more powerful than resveratrol because our cells are bombarded by 1 million DNA attackers all the time, not even when you have COVID, damaging that genetic database, and it compromises cell function. It is the ultimate detoxifier. And a lot of people don't realize that. And that's one of the #1 things you need to do with this disease is detoxify. So cumulative effects create healthier cells. And we've been doing this. Well, I've been doubling up on it since I had cancer. So it's helped a lot. It enhances your immunity. You get better sleep because it repairs at that cellular level. You have better brain and heart and cardio function. It promotes cell longevity. It increases cell energy, and it extends life and increases the health and vitality. And the mitochondria in our cells that generates the energy decline as we age.
Right.
But the key ingredients in Vivix have been shown to increase mitochondrial mass and cellular energy production. So you guys, it's a very powerful, potent product. I know it's expensive, so split it. One couple could share that.
Get it as your free item.
Yeah, or you could get the little gel caps, which we have here too, and you could just take one a day. You're still getting the resveratrol in 65 glasses of red wine with just 1 gel cap or a half a teaspoon.
It's in your Life Strip, so, but
it's included in the Life Strip. Yes, you don't need the extra. The only reason we did it is because of that. But I have to tell you, we've been with Shaklee now 17 years, and I've lost almost 50 pounds in that time. And we haven't done any drastic diets. We do a Daniel fast at the beginning of every year. And of that 45 pounds that I've lost, we've kept it off. And Marty has too. So these products have helped us.
Absolutely.
More of the immune products when we could feel a little better and could take more. The one thing I also did try to take every day was a sustained release C, but I'm not going to read all of these to you. You can freeze it. These are all things that will build your immune system. The Optiflora DI, I took every day too.
Yeah.
And we did the triple defense boost every day. And then we added on the defend and resist.
And yeah, the Optiflora definitely is good because we want to build that healthy flora in our small and lower intestine, which is where, they say up to 80% of your immune system is.
Right. And these are all immune weapons. And of course, it wouldn't be any good to have the weapons if they were made from junk. Like a lot of the stuff you can get at your local drugstore. We've got a friend, Rick, says you might as well eat the packaging. It's probably got more nutrition than the pills inside. But because Shaklee does test for 350 harmful contaminants, they do tests on. We have 120 published papers, and these aren't the kinds you pay to get into. They're the kinds you pray to get into. And we have 100% money back guarantee, so there's no risk. They've spent $350 million on research and development. We've been through that facility. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
And whether it's our little grandkids over here on the left or Olympics, athletes love Shaklee, and they've earned 146 gold, silver,
and that's got to be
bronze
updated.
Olympic muscles.
That was before Tokyo.
Yep. And we do 3 times the US pharmacopoeia standards. So guys, you can't find better quality, and you can buy at wholesale. And there's ways that you can earn money on it. And when Marty and I came in, that was my only goal, was to make enough money to pay for our product.
Yeah, sharing is rewarding. You can earn cash daily. And for a lot of people, like Cheryl said, they're looking to make a little extra money, pay for their products, then maybe a little extra money to have some fun money. And then eventually, for a lot of people, they go from part-time to full-time once they can see some meaningful income really taking off.
Yep.
And so in the pictures here, you can see little Silas, my buddy, that was helping me way back in the day, and it is still helping me. And you can see he was helping me carry the apple tree.
Yep.
It was part of the ceremony of our granddaughter's wedding.
The same grandson in those 2 pictures. Pretty cool that we had that luxury because of Shaklee.
And we have all the ongoing training that you can do right from your smartphone. You're going to feel better, healthier, and more energized and focused through our program, whether it's the Prove It Challenge or the Meology Challenge. This is a feel better in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back.
Yep.
So $248 retail. And Cheryl's just
$159
pushing me along here. So I'll go ahead and let Cheryl jump in.
And they have ways that you can get free membership. When we started 17 years ago, we paid $20 for a membership and then got what we wanted. Today, if you go with the Meology or with the Prove It Challenge, you get a free membership. And if you want to upgrade and turn it into a business now or later, that's $50. It's free for veterans. And for anybody who does that right now, they get a free ticket to our global conference in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. We've got 4 new products coming out.
Virtual conference.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that. And Shaklee really is real money, paid daily. They paid $9 billion in commissions over 65 years.
Amazing.
They paid over 2,000 people over $1 million. And even though we're part of that $1 million earners, we've got a bunch of people on our team who got there before we did. So it doesn't matter, where you're at, where you want to go. It's up to you. You're in the driver's seat.
Beautiful. Well, with that, I will tell you the thing that impressed me the most was the proven leadership when I came and heard, or when I was flown and heard from Roger Barnett, to learn about Dr. Shaklee's vision, being the #1 all-natural nutritional company, the first company to be climate neutral certified, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and as Cheryl said earlier, $9 billion with a B in commissions and bonuses, more than any other networking or home-based business company has paid out. Shaklee, without question, is the best. And I love what Roger says, our visionary leader who's taking this torch and moving forward. The only way we succeed is to make our customers healthier and our partners wealthier. And I also love the fact that he talks about Shaklee pays out the higher percentage of every dollar than any other MLM company or multi-level marketing company.
Yep.
So, you look at the leaders, whether it's Wangari Maathai or his relationship with top, experts in personal development like Tony Robbins.
Right.
These are all people that have really made an impact, not only in his life, but have been able to share that and pay it forward as we've helped so many other people as well.
Yeah, it was kind of fun when Roger flew you down to meet him and see the company, that you got to meet Tony Robbins.
Absolutely.
And then Wangari up at the top on the right won the Nobel Prize for the environment in Africa. Mm-hmm. And when she won it, Roger called her and congratulated her in Swahili. He speaks 5 languages.
Pretty amazing.
We are so blessed to have Roger at the helm of this company. He's taking it to places where no other company has ever gone before. And not just, we can't talk about that until after conference, we're going to be doing some amazing, wonderful philanthropic things too.
Yeah.
And Dr. Shaklee said, the medical field is interested in treating disease. I'm interested in building health.
And focused on prevention.
Right.
That's one of the big things that we're all about. So believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that what's inside you is greater than any challenge outside.
That's right.
You got this.
You've got this.
Let's do this. We had COVID, but COVID never had us.
That's right.
So with that, get back with the person who thought enough to invite you to take a look at this video, get more of your questions answers about the products, about this incredible compensation plan that's tied to this business. We look forward to celebrating your success, and here's to good health. Take care, everyone.